we're about to go somewhere odd now. Times to rise and elevation starts to drop down. Our little secret, don't kiss and tell, you're so bad. I'll probably see you in hell. Welcome to hell, baby. This is podcast hell.
You are the reason that I have I've been deplatformed on YouTube because of you.
What?
Do not repeat what you said on that episode.
No.
Yeah, but YouTube took it off.
They took that whole episode
off? It's a
off?
strike on my account.
Really?
Yeah, because they thought it like what you were saying was real.
Holy shit.
I know. So dumb. And like I of course I appealed it. I was like, it's a fucking joke.
Dude, but it was something that conspiracy that happened years ago that I thought was a real thing.
Yes.
Wow.
But it got fucking fully taken down.
No shit.
Yeah. I'm not mad.
Yeah.
I think it was funny.
I didn't know that because we did that.
Well, now what I started doing is like, in case someone comes on my podcast and starts being like, the fucking, the boogeyman is real and or starts saying fun shit.
Doesn't YouTube let you cut it out though?
What do you mean?
Like YouTube, like if you have like, say you're playing Bruce Springsteen or something, and it'll be like, oh, flagged music.
Yeah.
It gives you the option to trim, mute, or cut or something like that.
No.
They were just
like, you cannot say this stuff. I was like, I think we're like joking around, like it's not serious. Because they tell you where to go, and they're like right here. And the part that they flagged is like an insane, like it's not a real thing that we think.
Yeah.
I'm not going to repeat it because
we don't have to, yeah.
But
because I didn't know if it was or
but
not
here's what
either.
you can do. If you're listening to this and you want to know what Mike said to get me my first YouTube strike, go on Rumble and type in Erick Hellwig. And I posted like, this is the canceled YouTube episode. I like started my Rumble account with your canceled episode.
Do you have thousands of followers on Rumble?
No,
now?
I have like fucking 2 followers on Rumble. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody gives it because I'm not.
But those 2 followers are like, we need to get Eric back on YouTube.
No, on Rumble, it's just it's funny. You go over to Rumble, it's like the competition's very different. Like on YouTube, you're competing with like fucking 15-year-olds twerking and trying not to vomit. And then if you go to Rumble, it's like me and like Donald Trump Jr. Like that's the competition over there.
You can stitch with him or whatever.
Yeah, like it's just a wild. I mean, I'm having fun over there. Like I'm just the thing I do is I just post unedited episodes.
Oh, gotcha.
And I don't really edit too much out of this.
So wait, is Rumble like there was the Clapper one too? Is it like short form stuff, or you could put like
you can put everything on there?
You could put like an hour episode on there, so it's actually like a YouTube.
It's like conservative YouTube.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, so you just
because my buddy just told me, I just found out about it. I downloaded the app for it, so I was like, oh, it's just another like TikTok thing or something like that.
No, it's like YouTube.
Oh wow.
But I post shorts and everything.
No way.
Over there.
So that buddy that told me, I didn't know he's been a Trump guy the entire time. That's why he's like, you're not on Rumble?
I mean, so what if he was a Trump guy?
No,
then you'd have a Trump friend.
No, I didn't. I have
like your whole fucking family.
Dude,
probably.
I'm from Jersey. I have a lot of Trump friends. Are you kidding me?
Crushing it there.
They said that it's funny because the people send me reels out here. They'll send me the exact opposite of like the reels like out of context and shit.
Yeah. It's how you know we live in LA. We're like, do you know a Trump guy? Like he's about to be the fucking president.
No, don't say that. YouTube flag it.
No.
No.
I'm not saying whatever. We don't got to talk about this shit. When did you pass out?
Oh,
do I know about this?
I have a thing, dude. I used to pass out a lot.
Like how often?
Like the first time it ever happened to me, I guess it was like I like overheat a lot. Like I don't do good in heat, which I guess a lot of people are like that way. But like I remember I was down the.
That's why you moved from the East Coast to the desert.
So I might pass out at this podcast. You just fucking drop.
I drew the shades for you.
Thanks, man.
Try to cool off the room a little bit.
Cool it off a little.
Why are you wearing a fucking hoodie?
I don't know. I thought it was gonna be. I didn't know it was gonna be hot again. Dude, last night I got home, it was like 47 degrees outside.
Yeah.
You know, that's what's the thing about LA, baby. It goes from like 80 to 40, which is what my followers go from every single time I say something conspiracy wise. So
you're passing out.
So I had a thing where like I remember passing out for the first time in like Atlantic City. I was on the boardwalk, but it was like I was on like 2 hours of sleep, which is a factor of like being passing out because your body wants to like shut down. You're not your lack of sleep. But then I was at work one time at the casino, which was I was a really crazy. I could have like maybe like not died but become paralyzed. So like I
How do
sick.
you become like you falling?
Well, this guy, John, the floor person, the manager, caught me, but I was falling back and about to hit my head on the pit stand.
Ooh,
so that would have been like,
yeah.
I would have fucking like, if I would have hit a certain angle, like concussion or fucking like, you know, you hit the back of your neck some way, like some freak accident fucking thing.
Whenever people are like trying to be badasses in fights, and it's like, dude, you hit somebody and they go back onto cement, you'll fucking kill them.
Did you ever see that boxer that got, I don't know his name, but I remember seeing like some video of it. Like he was like a young, like 23-year-old boxer or something, and he got in some fight and he got hit like at some weird angle on his temple, and like he went to sleep, he woke up the next day, couldn't fucking, like he was just paralyzed.
Oh, man.
Now he's like straight up, like he can't even fucking move. He got like cerebral palsy. Like
he's like fucking.
He's just fucked up. It was like a slow decline just because he got hit like
He got Luke
in
Eric.
the neck or some shit. I think it was like an illegal move where like they hit him at a certain angle or some shit.
In a fight?
In a legit like UFC fucking fight. Yeah.
Yeah, my brother always tells me that like UFC fights are safer than boxing. But then, like, smash cut to someone, like, hammer punching someone's head into the ground 8 times. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Exactly.
This is so much worse.
It's not safe.
He's like, no. It's much worse in boxing because they only hit you in the head. I'm like, yeah, if someone does this and then takes a break to kick you in the nuts and then goes back.
Yeah, their feet don't have pads on them.
It's still bad.
I mean, they kind of do, I guess, some of them, but, like, you're still getting, like, the bottom of your foot ledged into your fucking neck.
Fucking wrecked.
Yeah.
Dude, it's like it's like this is what happens. Like, you know, if we go without meals for like, if we miss 9 meals, we start fighting like that in the street.
Yeah.
Like, you'll see a bunch of like really bad UFC fighting over like the resources we have, which will really only be to survive an
Ultimate
extra
Foodie
week.
Championship or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know, sorry. We were talking about you passing out. Go back to
Yeah,
passing
so that
out.
was the first time it ever happened to me where, like, I was kind of sick and I kept, like, blowing my nose a lot. So what happened was my heart rate and blood pressure went down all at the same time. So, like, everything turned fucking white on me. And I was on a live, like, pie gow table. So I was standing up and I just remember, like, calling for my floor and I was like, John, woke up on the fucking ground. So he said what happened was I fell completely back and he fucking caught me and lowered me to the ground. So when I went to the doctor, he said it was a thing called vasovagal, which is what, like, when you overheat, your body, heart rate, blood pressure goes down all at the same time. And it never happened to me for years. And then, like, recently, like, I was at work, like, 2 years ago, and same thing, I passed out on a fucking, like, I just felt really hot and, like, passed out on a fucking game. But I was sitting down already, so it was just, like, everything was, like, getting that way. And then it happened again where I found out, like, I was just dehydrated. Because, like, my doctor, like, I took a blood test, like, a week before that, my whatever fucking levels were low, which means I was dehydrated. But lack of sleep, you're fucking hopped up on coffee and, like, energy drinks or whatever, you're dehydrating yourself.
Yeah.
So, the most recent one was, it was that, and then I was really just kind of, like, getting a lot of sleep and, you know, trying to, like, stay hydrated with liquid IV, which is great to get hydration for you. But just back in August, a couple months ago, I passed out on a fucking plane with a med. We were going to Texas.
Whoa.
And I was on like 2 hours of sleep. Same thing. I was like, I didn't sleep. Because I don't like to sleep on plane. Like, I don't like to sleep before I go on a plane that's like a long flight. Because I'm like, fuck it, I'll just sleep and get it over with, you know? But I can't do that anymore because now, like, I got on the plane and I might have took like an hour nap or whatever. And I wake up and I just couldn't fucking breathe and I just felt really hot and like my stomach was like bubbling and shit. So I tap a med to like go to the bathroom, and on the way to the bathroom, I fucking passed out in the fucking aisle. Dude, I woke, like, I didn't even feel anything. I woke up, I was on the ground, everyone's laying over me, and all I hear is a med being like, that's my friend, that's my friend. And he's like over top of me, he's like, Mike, you all right? I was like, And then there was like some like Marine that was on there that got me like oxygen and stuff, like, and was just like, I was, you know, breathing the oxygen. Funny thing about that story was we were running late for the plane, and the last aisle that was open was the emergency exit. So we were sitting there, and after all that stuff happened, everybody was checking on me and giving me juices and stuff. And then the flight attendant comes back, and she's like, "Are you feeling better?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better." Like, they took the oxygen away from me and stuff. And she's like, "So I hate to do this, but you're in the emergency aisle, so like you're not really able to help anybody. We're gonna have to move you." And I was like, "Oh, I'm finally getting first class." And they're like, actually, you got to go to the back of the plane. So I ended up going in the back with the Marine guy that like saved my life. So he was like telling me, he's like, sometimes the pressure will get you and all that stuff. So it was all the heart rate, blood pressure shit, man.
God damn.
Yeah, dude.
So you just got to like sleep and drink a lot of water and you'll be all right.
And also people that have like the vasovagal, not that I'm like, I'm like vasovagal, you got to spread awareness for it.
Yeah.
It's just like some triggers of it is like me getting really hot. So if I'm like really fucking hot, it could be like kind of like a thing where it's like my body's like, we're getting fucking hot, let's shut it down.
How do you work out?
I don't. You
could
tell.
There's the solution.
No, I think it's different if like I'm still like drinking water and actually like controlling myself. But if it's like, you're kind of like, planes are always fucking hot as fuck too, man. You got that little fucking piss air fucking blowing down on you. It's hot as shit.
Yeah, dude. Well, that's wild. I'm glad you're on top of it.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
I passed out. I talked about it on my last podcast. I passed out once, and it was very dangerous when I fell downstairs. Oh, fuck. I climbed to the top of stairs, got to the top, passed out. When I woke up, I was back down at the bottom. They were like metal outdoor stairs in the New York subway station, the Broadway stop.
Dude.
So I was, and I remember like waking up and people were like,
was anybody around? Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah. It was like rush hour. Like,
holy shit.
It was like New Yorkers being like, you okay? And get the fuck out of the way. Like moving me while also being kind, but not that nice.
Yeah. Fuck, dude.
It was wild.
You didn't hit your head or anything, like, God forbid.
I don't think I did. My phone was smashed, like broken into 3 different pieces in my pocket.
Yeah.
So I think I like landed on my leg. It's a miracle I wasn't more fucked up than I was.
Dude, falling down steps, like you're.
Yeah, I did. I was in the hospital and like they put me under. Like I was just super dehydrated.
So that's what it was. I was gonna say, well, how'd you pass out?
Full dehydration. Wow. I remember like when this is gross, but like when I shit, it was like fucking black.
Yeah, that's how you get too.
Yeah, so it was I also shit my pants that morning, which was the first time I've ever shit myself.
Oh, wow.
Like, okay. I woke up in the morning, I was like, because that was back in New York when I was working like 4 jobs all at the same time, like running around just like a madman. The dog farted, by the way.
Nice.
Like to match the story.
Yeah, it's good.
Fucking
we got a shit story going on there.
It fucking stinks. God damn, he fucking rips. He rips. Gordon, get the fuck out of here, dude. You got to go, man. If you're going to do that.
Jesus.
Gordon.
It actually wasn't Gordon. It was me. I think I'm going to pass out again.
No, it was Gordon. I'm kicking him out. God damn.
Gordon. Well, thankfully you're okay, dude. I mean, like.
Oh, I can't even talk for a second. That smells so bad. Fucking dog.
In the hot room.
Oh my God. All right. Okay, I'm all right. Fucking dog. Anyway. What was I saying?
Well, you were like, you shit yourself that morning.
I shit myself that morning.
But having diarrhea is like a form of like dehydration.
Yeah.
Because your body's like, yo, what the fuck? You need like.
I haven't had that happen since. Like, I feel like anytime
How long ago was this?
This was before I moved to LA, so it would have been like 6 years ago.
Okay. Wow.
Remember, I think, it was like 8 years ago because I just turned 30.
Gotcha.
I'm 38 now.
Yeah.
I remember it was like, oh man, when you're 30, you shit your pants and fall downstairs. This is what my 30s is like. It's like
Happy birthday.
Kind of a rude awakening into like leaving your 20s.
Well, it's kind of a thing like you can't like work yourself too fucking hard either, man.
No, like especially like
like
we're getting towards 40. It's like you just gotta like fucking choose. You gotta choose like 2 or 3 things that you're doing.
Yeah,
I'm about this and this and this and sleeping and trying to eat healthy. Like you have to like your health has to become a higher priority.
Exactly.
As you get older, like you just can't fucking
sleeping for sure, man. It's like
sleeping's huge. 8 hours.
Yeah,
man, you fucking hit 8 hours consistently 5 days a week. I feel like that would cure a lot of people's ADHD. Just like regular sleeping. You know?
Yeah.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
This is a question I've asked people on the podcast before. So my listeners who are hearing this for repeat, I apologize. But the whole like, some people can't come until they're right about to pass out. Like they're choking themselves or whatever. You have a lot of experience passing out.
I've came every time.
Is there any part of you that you're like, oh man,
bro.
I'm getting a little hot? You start to peak up.
I just jerk off.
You fucking as you're
like it's about to happen.
any part of you. Can you understand why it's sexual for some people?
I never understood why people even fucking do. People die doing that shit.
Yeah. But,
you know what I mean?
But obviously, because the cum, it must be so good.
I'm coming good as it is. I don't need.
I'm sure you are, but I'm just
I don't
saying,
need more.
If people are willing to die for that fucking orgasm, it's got to be pretty rip-roaring good.
Rip-roaring good.
I mean, literally.
It sounds like you're from the 40s, man. We're rip-roaring good
It's
coming.
got to be good. It's got to be a party.
So what's the question then? If I would ever do that?
I don't know what the question is.
As I'm passing out,
What's
it's like,
your
should I
opinion
come?
on people coming right before they pass? As a person who passes out a lot, do you?
Well, I wake up with a boner. I'm like, I'm hard as shit. What happened?
I don't know, man. It's wild. It's like
I don't know.
The feeling of like I'll just like never forget the feeling of getting to the top of the stairs and being like
Everything turns white, right?
Yeah, like it feels like you're dying.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's like your consciousness is being taken away from you.
Was your heart racing a lot too?
I was just like, I don't remember that part. I remember being exhausted, like not sleeping, not drinking water, and like having to walk up 2 flights of stairs early in the morning as part of my commute.
Do you get nervous around steps now if you're like tired or hot or something?
No.
Because I hate fucking flying now. I can't.
You're like worried about.
Well, like even like going back to, so that was August, but even I went back to Jersey and New York in December, and I was with Crystal, and same thing. I was like really fucking hot, and she's like, "You okay?" And I was like, "I need to like actually like, be drinking a ton and batting my like I have like a wet rag for my head and stuff because like otherwise I'm like." She's like, "You were turning like yellow on the way to the flight," but it's more of like I'm getting hot, so like then my body starts having like fucking.
Yeah, I don't know.
PTSD or something. You know what I mean?
What's the solution for that? You got to drink a bunch of water, take like a cold shower that morning.
Yeah.
Do you take cold showers?
No, just a regular. I mean, I don't even take a shower before the flight or anything. I do it when I just went to Texas in beginning of March and I was fine, but it was only like a 2-hour flight.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a long thing.
Maybe hit up a cold shower.
I guess so. Yeah.
An ice bath.
Something like that. To help the breathing techniques.
It helps with your breathing techniques. Probably just helps you like, I'm sure it cools your body temperature as well.
Yeah.
It's got to do something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I see people doing it on Instagram all the time. I see chicks in bikinis doing it all the time.
Those ice baths, yeah.
Those ice baths.
Yeah.
Instagram's just showing men softcore porn. I'm like trying to get work done and someone's
I'm over
like,
here choking myself.
and it's just like some girl with huge tits being like, third dip of the day. I'm like, God damn it. What the fuck?
Back to work.
Oh, back to work. No, it's just like, it's too much.
Yeah, it's true.
I feel like on a certain level, like, you should have to, like, choose to enter into that sphere of, like...
Of, like, softcore porn?
Yeah, just, like...
I love how YouTube's going to flag us now because we're saying porn.
YouTube's going to flag us for this?
Oh, you can't say porn.
You can't say, what are you supposed to say? Oh, you have to do, like, some fucking...
It's a corn. They put corn there and something.
Supposed to say corn instead of porn?
Something like that. Like
Fuck you, YouTube.
If you see the subtitles, it always has to be like, because we have a buddy that we met in Canada, and he's got this like huge like I don't know like porn industry podcast or whatever.
Yeah.
And every time I see a clip, they're talking about it. It's like, how'd you get into porn? It's like a big corn on the cob kind of thing.
They're just making us like sexual babies. Because it's like, in one way, it's like, don't say a bad word that could hurt somebody's feelings. And then in another way, it's like, hey, look at tits all day.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a weird thing. Like, I remember, like, I was watching somebody on some TikToker was, like, saying that somebody on a reality show put a gun in her face. But, like, she tells us, I'm not laughing at putting a gun in a lady's face. That's not the funny part. There is a funny part, but it's not that. I don't think that's funny. You should not do that.
Don't do it. Yeah.
So she tells this big long winding story about this guy, and then at the end she goes, and then I turn around and guys, there's a pew pew in my face.
A pew pew.
You have to say pew pew. You can't say gun on TikTok because people are fucking weak.
So you say pew
So
pew?
pew pew. She's like, and the pew pew was in my face. I'm like, what the fuck? This story's ruined. The story is ruined by the term pew pew. It's not even a story worth listening to at that point. I just fucking spit all over the mic.
Can you imagine, like, just the officer coming up? And when did he pull out the pew pew?
No, they have to do that for like every crime. You can't say rape. You have to go. Oh,
we got two people inside. They have pew pews, and
this guy's taking out 30 people with his automatic pew pew. We're oh god, we hear pew pews in the background. No. There's red trips everywhere. Red trips.
This is gonna crush on Rumble.
Rumble's gonna love this. No, you know what I mean? It just feels like sometimes like
it's like
we're just babying. We're babying our like generation coming up so that we'll never win a war. Like if you can't say gun, you can't go.
Well, I think it's like all the AI bots. Now it's like going, but like honestly, like the reason it gets flagged is because it thinks it's like some hurtful kind of thing. So you can't say like, oh, I had this gun. They're going to be like, what? He has got a gun. But it's like you're talking about you getting mugged or something for this woman.
Yeah.
So for her, I guess she's like, but how do you keep it like, how do you keep composure in the story when you're saying like, and then he pulled out the pew pew.
She like seamlessly did it.
Yeah.
Like it was nothing.
Pulled out a pew
I rewound it like 3 times. Like I must be hearing it.
Pew pew. He had a pew pew. Yeah.
And I'm like, and then pew pew, I was like, did he like fart in her face? Like what? It's a gun? That's how you say gun now.
But pew pew is also like a Star Wars thing too, because the pew pew.
Pew pew.
Yeah.
It's just the way that little kids talk.
Yeah.
It's like little kids, and you have fucking full-grown adults saying pew pew instead of gun. It's infuriating to me.
Hey, you want to go to the pew pew range after this?
Fuck yeah. Hopefully there's some bang bangs when we get there too.
So that's like appetizers.
So yeah, actually, it's making me a little hungry.
Bang bang shrimp.
Yeah, I'm not really supposed to have shrimp. The old cholesterol.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah,
Shrimp's bad for you?
Apparently for cholesterol, it's not great.
No shit.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Oh wow. I thought seafood's like good all around.
I think but like fucking salmon or tilapia. Not like the delicious seafood, like shrimp and lobster.
I like tilapia.
I haven't gotten into a tilapia in a while.
They have that, which is probably isn't good for you, but Costco has that tortilla crusted tilapia.
I probably can't have it.
So good. Yeah, I guess tortillas.
Well, no, tortilla if it's corn. Is it flour tortilla?
I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
You just cook. It's already like on there.
I'm very particular about how my
you just
fish
cook it in
has
the
to be
oven
cooked because I'm revolted by the idea that it was swimming in the ocean.
Yeah.
So like,
you like sushi?
Yes.
You do? Okay.
I do.
Because I need everything to be cooked, especially fish.
Well,
I need it cooked literally bad. I can't have anything raw.
Here's the thing. So here's a good example, like sushi. Like I love sushi, but then they will serve it sometimes where instead of cut up in a roll, it's like a little sushi burrito. I think that's the grossest shit in the world. It's the literal same food, but when it's cut up into a little thing, I'm like, oh, there's rice. It's the size of here. Someone hands me a thing of raw fish wrapped in seaweed that looks like a snow cone. Disgusting.
Yeah.
But it's the same food.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know if it's like a texture thing or something. Like
my thing is like it's cold and you just need it like.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just can't do it. I never did it. Every time I went to sushi with somebody, I always be like, I'll just get the chicken teriyaki bowl.
Yeah.
Have
you ever done sugarfish?
No.
That's like the best. Well, it's not the best, but that's really good sushi.
Is it cooked though?
No.
Okay.
But I'm wondering if you're like
which one's cooked? The California roll?
Is a California roll cooked? It might be.
One of them's cooked. They're like, oh, you can have that. And I'm still like, it tastes weird. I don't want it.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, I won't try to change you.
Yeah. Actually, I pulled out the sushi right now.
Me and Liz have well, I won't say it. It's private. No, I'll fucking say it. We have a Valentine's Day tradition where we go get sushi and we come back and watch Pretty Woman.
Oh, okay.
Nobody tell Liz that I'm telling our Valentine's Day tradition.
You think she'll watch this episode?
No. She's stopped. Which is good. I don't want her listening to all the
you're not
episodes.
going to listen to everyone.
No, don't listen to any of them.
Yeah.
I prefer if she doesn't listen. Because I feel like sometimes I say shit that she would be, because like just now,
You're telling our secrets.
Like literally 10 seconds
That's
ago.
not a bad secret. It's not like
It's not a bad secret, but she said
you're like an after pretty woman. We go upstairs and she chokes the fuck out of me because I want to.
Well, the suspicion that I'm getting choked out during sex has risen greatly during this podcast recording.
Yeah.
I mean, if there was ever a time to suspect it, now would be the time. No, I mean, no, she's like a big, so it's this game called Priorities. We were over at Rob and Meredith's doing board games the other day.
Okay.
And you have to they give you 5 things. They're like, Fox News, hygiene, remembering your online passwords, like 5 things. And then for other people at the table, you have to put them in order of what that person prioritizes.
Okay.
So
Rob is for sure Fox News.
maybe it is. I don't know. Oh, yeah, you're just fucking with him? Yeah, he's a hardcore conservative now. Just ruin his chance of being in a writer's room. No, so one of Liz's was, it was like keeping secrets. Or no, not oversharing. It was oversharing. Yeah. And I was like, oh, that's not a big priority for her. It was her number 1 priority.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I was like, I'm married to her.
Yeah.
But it's like, for me...
But she never overshared that to you.
She does. She does.
Okay.
It's actually very important for her. She's told me many times.
Wow.
I just fucking...
Well, I guess it's like, you're talking side turn.
He's annoyed.
Oversharing.
What it is he's annoyed that he can't get out now. But it's like, he does the same shit. The second I let him out,
yeah,
he's going to fucking claw at the door to come back in. He's going to come over here. He's going to fucking fart. He always saves his farts for the podcast.
At least he just sighs. My dog doesn't like closed doors anywhere in the fucking house.
Oh, really?
At all.
The dog will bark.
Like me, oversharing. Me and Crystal will be doing a little something in the bedroom. I have to give him a treat just so he doesn't it occupies him for, that amount of time.
What we'll do is we'll be hooking up.
Because if there's a door, he'll just bark at the fucking door and scratch and scratch.
What we'll do is we'll be hooking up. He'll just go in the closet and wait. He wants to be near us, but he doesn't like that that's happening. So now it's to the point where if I even give Liz a kiss or something, he just starts walking towards the closet. We're like, bro, we're just fucking getting ready for work.
Dude, if we even kiss before bed, he thinks we're going to, and he starts barking and crying.
Yeah.
Because then he wants a treat now, or whatever.
Oh my God. So you've conditioned him.
Dude, well, he doesn't like close doors either.
Yeah.
He just oh, you guys kiss, what the hell, whatever.
I don't know how to train that out of a dog. I know how we used to train it out of a dog.
Yeah.
Just beat the fuck out of him. But we don't do that anymore.
I love how the beginning of this podcast started with that conspiracy we said about blah blah got us flagged, but we're talking about fucking guns, porn, and fucking dogs getting fucking beat. Jesus Christ! No, we used to do.
Nah, I don't think we actually hit dogs. I don't think we ever actually hit dogs.
No, we used to do. Jesus Christ.
We didn't have dogs when I was a kid. We had 2 failed attempts at dogs.
Oh, really? Okay.
We never had a family dog for an extended period of time.
Oh, wow.
I
had one since 6th grade, man.
Really?
Yeah, that was
family dog.
Our first dog. Yeah, Luigi.
What? He's no longer with us.
14. Yeah, he died at 14.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you have a second family dog?
We had a second family dog, so we got her. That was Daisy when Luigi was 6, I guess, or something like that. Mm-hmm. And then, just dogs you have for dogs.
Daisy's gone.
And then when Luigi passed away, it was Sonny.
So you guys always did 2 dogs.
We always did 2. My mom, and my mom and dad still have the dogs. They still have Sonny, and then they got another one when Daisy passed away.
Okay.
So it was always an overlap of
we got Sonny, and now who's the
now
young?
It's Cassidy is the young
Cassidy's
little
the
girl.
Young buck in town.
The young buck in town.
Young buckaroo.
Cassidy.
Buckarette.
Yeah.
I don't know how to make that.
But even my dog Bugsy's he's going to be 12, so he's been he's been kicking, he's been all over the place.
Gordon's
from Jersey here,
So I said all over the place. 2 places.
Well, I mean, I've lived so many places in LA, either with exes or whatever. He's always been I lived in 6 different fucking apartments, so he's always he
comes with.
I
don't think I've met Bugsy. I haven't been to your apartment. I haven't been to your apartment.
Really?
No.
I guess not.
You live in fucking Joshua Tree or some shit?
Yeah, you're Joshua Tree.
No, you fucking work 3 hours away. Every time I talk to you,
I live in East LA.
You're Every time I talk to you, you're like, I got like a 5-hour car ride in front of me. Like, you sound like you're fucking driving trucks when I'm not hanging out with you. So I don't know where the fuck you are. I've never been to your apartment.
I guess not. Yeah, I always live far from everybody. Everybody lives around town here. So I live I've always lived east.
Yeah.
You know? But I brought Bugsy around, though. I bring him to...
I don't think I've met Bugsy. What kind of dog is
You got to
Bugsy?
meet Bugsy. He's a Shih Tzu Bichon. He's a little guy.
Okay.
He's like a 15-pound little
Scrum. Is he friendly?
Super friendly.
Okay, because my dog loves
even with other dogs too. Yeah,
my dog loves.
He's not scared or anything.
Dogs.
Like I'll bring him to the vet and there'll be like a big dog like freaking out. And my dog will be like, "What are you doing, dude?
Yeah.
What's happening?" You know.
That's good.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Yeah, we had 2 dogs. We tried. We had like a husky. When my parents got divorced, my dad, you know, like parents are like fighting over like trying to be the kid's favorite, you know, that kind of shit.
Yeah.
So my sister, who was like a pretty bad student, my dad, I think like as a throwaway, was like, if you get straight A's, I'll get you a dog. And all of a sudden, my sister just fucking straight A's, like being like a solid C student, just turned it on like a light switch.
And he's like, shit.
And he's like, fuck.
Now I gotta get a dog.
Yeah, and she got a Siberian Husky. We didn't have a yard or a fence. And those are like running dogs. They're like sled dogs.
Yeah.
So this dog was just a fucking terror. Like destroyed. I mean, very sweet. It was a puppy. A puppy. And my sister was like, we didn't even live at my dad's house half the time. So like my dad was just like trapped with this dog. It was a fucking nightmare.
Yo, puppies are fucking nightmares though.
Yeah, and specifically like huskies are like, you have to be, somebody has to like be nothing but training that dog. Like they need a real like solid presence.
Yeah.
Not like my dad having a midlife crisis going through a divorce.
All right, sit.
And like
all right, sit.
And 2 like depressed teenagers. Like it was the worst. So we had the dog for like a year, and then my dad had to, he said he took it back to the shelter. I hope that's what he did.
He just left the fucking gate open.
There's a chance he drove.
He left the gate open, dude.
There's a chance he drove the car right outside of sight and just cut its head off with a shovel. But I like to think that he took it back.
I don't think he killed the dog. I think he just let it go.
He just took out his fucking sidearm.
He took out his pew-pew?
He just pew-pew the fuck. No. If my sister hears this, she's gonna call me crying.
Jesus
No.
Christ.
I think he took it back to the pound.
Yeah, I think you just give it away.
He said that's what he did. He said he took it back to the pound. And it's also like it was a beautiful Siberian Husky.
Yeah,
puppy.
exactly.
So like,
yeah.
even when we took it back, it was 1 year old. Like somebody fucking snatched
Still
that
a
thing
brand
up.
new dog.
They're
yeah.
like it's a cute dog.
Yeah.
So we had that dog, and then we had this other dog that was like a big fluffy white dog that hated dudes. Because I guess like the military family that had it, they were moving to Japan or something or somewhere where they can't have dogs.
How old was the dog then?
I don't know. I don't even know. It was just
really?
older. It's like I don't know. It was a dog.
Okay.
Some age.
So it wasn't a puppy. It was like a 6-year-old fucking dog.
Dead.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was
great.
Like, does that have a,
Is that how you reference
that
them?
Narrow it down.
Puppy or dead? 10.
It was like as big as me, and I was 10.
Holy shit.
And it was like, it just hated, I think the dad, because military dudes, they're like gone a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Especially like where we were in Louisiana. I feel like everybody was getting shipped out for like 6 months at a time. Like my dad was gone for a while. Mm-hmm. So like, and that other family had all girls. It was like a mom and 4 girls and the dad's not even there. So the dog just loves women and doesn't trust dudes, which is kind of a fucking issue for me and my little brother, who every time we'd walk into the room, this dog would just be like vicious. Yeah. And then like my sisters would be petting it and braiding its hair and, you know, playing My Pretty Pony, riding on it, kicking it. And
staring you down like,
yeah, it's just like I'm the bad guy.
Yeah.
So then one day, we only had that dog for like 2 weeks. And there was this little British kid named Oliver that used to walk around. Like all the soldiers, the family's quarters were in like a cul-de-sacs. So
a British kid named Oliver.
There's a little British kid named Oliver. He's a little baby.
Like Oliver Twist over here.
It was also a different time where like the neighbors would just let their baby out into the yard. There's like snakes. It's like we're in fucking Louisiana.
Yeah.
It's like I used to go kill snakes behind my house.
Is that a friend and dog?
I literally like I used to walk 20 feet outside my house and try to find snakes in a creek and kill them. And right next to it, there was like a little baby that would walk down. We'd be like, Oliver, get away from, like, shooing him away from like the snake pit we were playing in. Just when I never even realized now how close that baby was to snakes.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Jesus.
so there was one day that the baby's just walking around outside naked, and the baby would be naked all the time, and the parents would be like around. They were British. Like,
What are you doing with your kid? Like what?
oh, they would have tea time or whatever.
Yeah.
And so they would be like out, like they're in their little like driveway, so like they can see the kid, but the kid is just like we're all just playing together.
But you
in
take
the
one
cul-de-sac.
look and your kid just wandering off.
Exactly. The kids just, it was like, that was, I think, the way the kids were raised on military bases. It was very much like, put them all in a group somewhere in the center. The parents, usually the moms, will just be getting drunk.
Yeah.
Wondering why they married into a military family. And just, you'd like look at the kids and count. You'd be like, nobody's dead. Like, that was kind of how it was on military bases.
Yeah, yeah.
So this British kid was walking around, and Willie, the dog, came out and just fucking bit him right on the like right here. He got like clumped, and they had to kill the dog.
Holy shit.
Happiest day of my life, by the way. Like, fuck that dog. He was an asshole.
What happened to the kid?
The kid's fine.
Just he's a baby and they took a bite out of his face?
He got him like right there, like right on the face.
Holy shit.
I don't know what happened to the kid. I mean, the kid's alive. They didn't eat
Well, he's
the
not
kid.
dead, but yeah, but like you take a chunk out of a kid's.
I don't know how much of the baby he got.
Oh my god.
Again, different time. My sister got bitten by my grandmother's dog.
I didn't hear that until years ago, that if a dog actually does bite a human and tastes blood, then like they're like, I think like their wolf attributes from, you know, generations, they're just like, they want blood all the time now, so you have to put a dog down.
Yeah,
if they ever actually taste blood.
I don't know.
Not like playing around and like a little bite, but like if they actually like, if he took a bite out of this kid's head and there was this blood everywhere and he's eating it, he's like, I want more blood.
I don't know how true that is. That feels like something that someone makes up to justify killing pit bulls.
You're going to get flagged again on YouTube.
So, I mean, like, actually, I literally have a book. I didn't do this on purpose. I didn't set you up. But I have Pitbull the book.
Oh,
right
wow.
here.
Okay.
If anybody wants the definitive source on how fucked up it is that we treated pit bulls, this is one of the first books I've read in like 10 years.
No shit.
Yeah, when I got this guy, I bought it.
Okay.
No, but like, I was going to say, my sister got bit on the eye by a dog.
Jesus.
And it was my grandmother's dog, which was half German Shepherd, half wolf. Had a wolf dog.
What the fuck?
Her name was Sheba. They didn't even hide the fact that they named her like a fucking Cro-Magnon killing beast. Sheba, the dog.
Yeah.
And Sheba like fucking bit my sister. My sister still has like a little thing under her eye
Holy
from
shit,
it.
from Sheba.
Yeah, but they didn't kill that dog.
I guess it doesn't, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's just changed. I think now
it changed, yeah.
If any child is hurt, they give the dog the chair.
Yeah.
You like strap him up. They shave its head.
You have any what you wanting for your last meal? And he's like, baby.
He's like, I tasted blood.
I tasted blood.
It's true.
Give it to me now.
The thing Perkins said is true. No, I mean,
so
I don't
funny.
know. Like, I guess that's good that we have to put down killer dogs now. But there's always a part of me that's like, we shouldn't neuter dogs, and dogs should be let to roam free.
Well, I think you still got to neuter them.
Why?
Because then
So
you
let
have
nature-
a million fucking dogs.
Let nature. Maybe that's what nature wants.
Yeah, but that's why like they have like too many cats and shit
Look,
now. and
Portland's already fucking up as a city, right? They're fucking up. Why do we just get everybody out of Portland and that just becomes a place for dogs?
stuff. And that's just a place for dogs.
It's just dog.
I love how it's like you're doing like a Carlin bit, but instead of like convicts, you're like Portland is now all dogs.
Any place.
You ever hear that Carlin bit?
No.
He talks about, he's like, let's just take all the people that are all fucked up, like the convicts, the rapists, and everything else, and put them somewhere that you're never going to find them. Montana, or like something like whatever it is. And it's like, just put them in that border, and that's what they have, and they can just fuck each other and do all this shit and blah, blah, blah.
I think that should be the penalty in America. If you go like too far left or right, like we're just like, you know what? For 5 years, Dogtown. You're all gone, and it's all dogs, and we don't neuter them, and we just let the dogs decide. And if you want to come back, you got to fight the dogs, and they're going to be in your house.
And they've tasted blood.
They've tasted blood.
You better watch out.
If you think of 5 years of dog evolution is faster than human evolution. These guys are ready to go after like 6 months. They'll fucking kill you.
Yeah.
You know, like human babies. They take like 18 years to be self-sufficient. And even then, at 18, they're like, why won't you pay for my car? Like, they're fucking losers. But, like, you have a dog. Like, they're a cute little puppy for, like, 3 months. And then, like, they can
I would love to live in Dogtown, though.
Dogtown would be, well, as a dog.
As a dog. It's cool.
I mean, Dogtown would fucking... You just imagine just fucking to your heart's content as a dog. It'd be great. One time he was fucking and we stopped him. And I still feel regret for what I did. It's just no excuse for cock blocking my dog.
But that's all they do is cock block you.
No, he doesn't. He just goes to the closet.
Dude,
and
my dog cock blocks me like crazy.
Your dog, maybe your dog, but my dog has been pretty supportive of me.
I mean, to live in like just Dogtown, just to like you just walking down the street and just see dogs everywhere. You know,
that'd be fun
in a town full of dogs.
Well, I think you're picturing like the dogs having jobs and stuff, like milkmen and stuff. But in reality, it's just dogs eating each other.
Well, I guess it's just dogs walking around. You're just like, oh, you bunch of dogs, you know? Not that they're like, hey, howdy, neighbor. And it's just a fucking dog.
Yeah.
Scruff McGruff, the crime dog, he's there. He's like,
there's
hey,
like a cop dog.
We got a lot of pew-pews around here.
They get woke and they start saying pew-pew. No, I don't know. But we were walking him. We were at Runyon. And there was he likes golden retrievers. That gets him. That's his thing.
Okay, that's his kink.
And so there was a golden retriever, and they just looked at each other. The lady just rolled right over. Gordon hopped on, and we got like maybe 10 pumps.
Really?
And then we were new dog owners at the time. We were like, and we just pulled them off.
What was the owner of the golden retriever?
I don't remember. I don't remember what the owner of the golden retriever was doing.
Oh my God.
But if I could go back into time and fix anything that's ever gone wrong in human history.
So Gordon was just pumping away.
They took like three seconds. This was their consent at the same time. Yep. And they just fucking
she rolled over.
Right in.
Wow.
She liked him. He liked her. If I could go back, I would look at the owner of the golden retriever and I'd go, I'm cool with it if you're cool with it.
Wow.
He's neutered.
Yeah.
No puppies coming.
Yeah.
You know, like.
He got the snip snip.
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't do it. When we got him, he got the snip snip. I would get it anyway because it's like mandatory.
Well, it's healthier for them and
it's
stuff too.
I know, but I just
But they still hump away. Like my dog still humps fucking pillows and shit.
To take a dude's balls. It just feels weird. To me, it's a dude.
Yeah, I know.
To me, this Gordon was a man.
Yeah.
And some witch was like, I got double bubble toil trouble. You will be a dog. And he's like my friend that he can't quite get it out anymore.
Yeah,
but he's a dude that was turned into a dog.
Some witch took my balls and I'm here now.
Yeah.
I'll go to the closet when you're doing it, but take me on the trail so I can pump away.
I just feel like he should be allowed to fuck.
Yeah.
All he's been through.
Let my dog fuck. I just want my dog to fuck.
I know. I just
want to take my dog to Dogtown and let him fucking roam free and fuck.
Yeah, Dogtown. I'm sure people that love dogs and shit and actually know what they're talking about would be like,
yeah,
what you're suggesting is so cruel.
Again, this is going to crush on Rumble.
I think I'm going to get at least a follower on Rumble.
It'll be me because I'll have to sign up for it. Yeah.
I'll just slowly convince all my friends to come over.
Come on, guys. Come on over to Rumble.
The most right-wing.
Yeah, I love it.
Right-wing video platform. All the way. But now all that means is like more fun. Like that to me, it's like I can say whatever I want. Nobody cares. Somebody calls me a liberal pussy in the comments. I'm like, great. Take it. I need to go back to being the most liberal guy. Like out here, I'm the most conservative guy amongst my friends, and it sucks. But like back home, it's the opposite. I'm the most liberal guy amongst that's a better fit for me.
Yeah.
You know,
I like that branding for you.
Yeah, I like being the woke cuck.
Yeah.
To my firefighter friends.
God bless and thank you for your service of being a firefighter to my firefighter friends. Oh, it's fucking great. Hey, Gordon.
All right, I'm gonna let him out. Hang out.
Okay, cool. I'll be here.
Don't abandon the podcast.
Oh, never, baby. Don't take a shit like Brad either, okay? I've heard about it.
Took a dump. Let me get back on the mic. I don't want them to miss this goal.
Well, it's fine to take a break, but he took like a 15-minute break, right?
He took a dump, And then came back on the podcast, and I was like, remember that time you took a shit on my podcast? He was like, no, I didn't.
Yeah.
I took a piss. I was like,
he changed his branding now. That's why.
What's his branding now?
I'm just saying he did it before he took a shit, but now he's like, I don't take shits.
No, I don't take shits on podcasts anymore. That's not who I am. No, I talk shit on Brad Stoll every episode. I have to stop. Whatever.
Shout out.
Yeah. Dogs. Yeah, we've covered everything that people hate.
I got some good news I wanted to tell you on the podcast.
Great.
I was going to tell you when I got into the house.
What's up?
I got engaged.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
Congratulations, man.
Thanks,
That's
man.
awesome.
I popped a question. I wanted to tell you here, but I was like, let me save it for the recording.
This is great.
Thanks, man.
Oh, my God. Tell me you've told your family and stuff, right?
Yeah, they all know. We FaceTime.
If you saved this for the grand announcement, that would be
sending them this episode.
Huge. You should consider this. Nobody's even listening at this point. This is just for me and you.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, thanks,
Oh,
man.
my God.
Yeah.
How long have you guys been dating?
A year.
A year. Man, that's real.
Yeah.
That's real love.
Yeah, true love stuff, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did it on our year anniversary of our first date. So I just did it last Friday.
Oh my God! How'd you do?
Yeah.
Can I ask what are the deets?
Yeah. The deets of it was So I'll tell you our first date. We met at a comedy club, and then like a month later we end up going. She was sitting front row, and one thing led to another. Blah blah blah. But then our very first date, she was supposed to come. She lives like out like way past me. She lives like kind of like Inland Empire. So I thought we were going to go out to dinner like near her, and she'd end up coming like to my place, and I don't know where the fuck to take her, So I was like, I put like different index cards. I made it like kind of like a fun, like choose your own adventure kind of thing. So nice. I put Old Time Hollywood on one index card, and then I put London Fogs on the other, which is like her favorite tea. Like it's like a Earl Grey with cream in it or whatever. So she chose Old Time Hollywood. So we ended up going to the Dresden Room. You ever been there?
No.
It's where Sinatra used to hang out back in the day.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about it. I've never been there.
It was in swingers and stuff, too. It's a cool, like, little, like, kind of like lounge kind of thing. So we went there, and then after that, we went up and she actually, when I went to the car to pay for the meter more, she ended up paying for my meal. So I was like, what the fuck? Like, I'm supposed to pay, I'm an Italian guy from the East Coast. I'm like, I got to fucking pay.
Yeah.
I got to cover you the first date. So I'm like, all right, we're still going to get London Fogs also. So we ended up getting London Fogs. We got like our coffee and tea. And then we ended up going to this park in Pasadena. And that's where we kind of ended our first date, where like we kind of just sat there for hours talking, and we slow danced and kissed to like, Cranberries Linger.
What a romantic you are.
All this good
Michael.
stuff. So what I did was for the, and then after that's when we fell in love, So for the year anniversary of that, I recreated the entire first date. So I pulled out the index cards.
Oh my.
Actually, I forgot to say that the index cards in the beginning was the Dresden Room. I was like, oh, this is what you could have had was London Fogs. And I was like, this is what we're going to do after the date. And she picked another card and it said make out. And I was like, this is what you're going to get if you pick this one. And also said make out. I'm like, we're going to make out no matter what. So the year anniversary, I recreated our whole first date and pulled the cards out in my car and was like, oh, you got to choose one. And she chose the Old Time Hollywood. I was like, this is what we're going to do after. And it said make out. And I was like, you could have got this, make out, whatever. So we went to the Dresden Room. We were going to what's funny was it was going to fucking start raining. And I knew beforehand, like I had Nick Wuthridge, our buddy Nick, he was in the park ready to film it for me. So he was just sitting at a park bench, like with his hood up, with his fucking camera, just like
like a
gonna capture the moment.
A child predator.
Yeah, whatever. I guess so.
Like the worst people in the world.
With his camera, he was like laying his head down and shit. So the day before that, we kind of coordinated like, oh, we're going to be at this bench and like, I'll text you when we're about to leave and like all this stuff and blah, blah. So we were leaving the Dresden Room. It was like maybe like around 6:00 and it starts like raining a little bit. And I was like, fuck, dude, we got to get to the park before that. And she's like, oh, it's raining. We should just go home. And I was like, you don't want to get the London Fogs or whatever? Cause I was going to recreate everything. And she's like, no, let's just go home. I was like, all right, I'll put in the GPS. And I fucking sped over to Pasadena real quick. And it wasn't raining, thank God. So I was like, well, we got to at least slow dance and, kiss because it's what we did like a year ago. So we go to the spot, I'm kind of like, it's weird how it like, I'll have to ask you how you proposed to Liz because like it all happened so sudden. It was such like a big buildup and then was just so like, will you do it? Yeah, we're engaged now. It was so like quick.
You were so nervous.
I was so nervous.
I was like shaking.
I was so nervous. I think I was nervous of the whole like buildup and like coordinating everything and shit too. So like we get to the park and, you know, I bought like this slim fit like ring box so it fit in my suit jacket so she couldn't like see it. And then I had this other index card in my other pocket. So as we're like kind of slow dancing, you know, we kiss and stuff and I, you know, kind of confessing my love to her. I was like, you know, I changed up this date a little bit. I have another card for you to choose if you want to do this. So I pulled out the card and the card said, will you marry me on it? And that's when I got down on the one knee.
Oh, man.
And then it was like, oh, shit. And then it was like, you know.
Did she see it coming at all?
I thought she was going to, but she was surprised as shit.
Surprised.
Dude, she was so surprised. She's like, I couldn't believe you did that. Like, I didn't even.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Were you like, had you guys talked about getting married?
We have the past, like, you know, even like 6 months into our relationship, we're like, you know, this is like true love, like she's the one kind of thing. So and I always knew like what kind of ring she kind of wanted too, just from like other friends getting engaged or being like, oh, what do you like, the oval cut and like all this and blah, blah. And do you know Tracy Carnazzo?
No.
East Coast New York comedian. We were in New York in December, like I say, went out there and she was talking, we were in the green room of the New York Comedy Club and Tracy was there and like Crystal was in the back with us too. And they were talking about like rings and shit. And Tracy was such like a good wing woman where like she was just like, oh, what kind of ring? And like blah, blah. And like Crystal like pulled it up online of like, this is the one. And I made a joke like, oh, let me snapshot of that, you know, whatever. But really, I really did fucking snapshot. So I knew what kind of ring she wanted and stuff too. So we always did talk about it, but it's like now I'm fucking engaged, baby. Great. Yeah. So
this is great.
So now I can come to like the, you know, you, Rob, and Meredith.
You
and
could
Liz
always
and,
do that.
I know, but now I'm like one of the married guys. I'm gonna be one of the married guys.
I know, it's great.
I'm gonna be one of the fucking.
I mean, we let Ross come. He's fucking alone.
Ross asked himself the question.
Ross on the podcast tomorrow. I might have to answer for that.
That's so funny.
Dude, I'm happy for you. That's amazing.
Thank you, man.
I think you guys. I mean, yeah, you guys feel like you've already been married. Like when I hang out with you too, it's like,
yeah, dude.
You guys have that vibe of like,
yeah.
And it's also like, I don't know, because I don't want to talk. I can say she has a kid.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, yeah, she has a kid. Mm-hmm. So that means like you're gonna.
I'm gonna be a dad for. Yeah.
What the fuck?
I know,
dude. You're like fucking going. You like jumped. You not only are you gonna be married, you're gonna be married with a kid. Like you just jumped the line.
And that's the thing too. Like I've been like, you know, after like 6 months or so, like after I met the kid, we've been spending so much time together. So it's like I'm already at the house a lot, and like you know, just like I'm already kind of have that. The kids already called me dad before.
Oh my god!
Which was like I was like, what the fuck? We were playing like a VR. Ever tell you that story?
No.
We were playing VR. I guess it was around Christmas because she got me a VR for Christmas because he always plays it, so we were gonna play together. And we're playing some like shitty fucking game. It was like I forget what it's called. There's like Gorilla Tag and then something else. Okay. I was like having like I was like stuck on a fucking wall. I just couldn't fucking move, and I was like losing my fucking shit. But we end up in this lobby with this other like people or whatever, and he's on the headset, and you're talking to each other too. Like I'm in the living room, he's in his room, and we're like, you know, doing whatever. And he goes over this like other people in the lobby, and I'm like stuck against the wall still. And I hear him talking, and he's like, "Hey guys, what games you playing or whatever?" And they're like, "Oh, we're doing this, blah blah blah." And he's like, "Oh, me and my dad are just looking to hop into some of the lobbies." And I was like, I was like, "What the fuck?" So like, dude, when he went to bed, I told Crystal, I was like, "He called me dad." She's like, "What?" I was like, "On the VR, he called me dad."
Oh my god,
yeah,
that's
dude.
Wild.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, I'm so happy for you.
Thanks, man.
How old are you?
37.
Okay.
And she's the same age.
How old's the kid?
The kid's 11.
See, this is perfect. Let me tell you why this is perfect. Because now when you meet people and you're like, this is my son, he's 11, they're not even going to be able to know that you wasted most of your life doing comedy. It's going to seem like you lived a normal life. Like, that's great.
Well, while she was raising the kid, I was doing comedy, and now I'm here, baby. Yeah. I got the head start.
Oh, man. Oh, when he was 2, tell me about it. I was doing open mics. That's awesome.
It's so funny because I've been doing comedy as long as he's been alive, too. So it's funny, like, you know.
Yeah, it's almost like your career.
As she was doing potty training, I was doing improv training, you know. So
yeah, you were both. having to deal with.
We were both eating shit.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, whatever.
Dude, that's awesome. I'm so happy for you. We have to have an official like couples hang then.
For sure.
Now that you guys are like, you've entered the ranks.
Well, that's why I came in nonchalant, because I want to tell you right away. And then like even like when I downstairs with Liz.
I think this is the right move. I think a podcast.
Well, I didn't want to do it at the door and be like, "How you been?" I'm like, just living it up, whatever.
That's so huge.
Yeah, it's huge news.
That's huge news.
Yeah.
Do you have a date?
No, I don't.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a week.
Next year, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be funny if I proposed and she's like, "All right, we're doing November," or whatever. I'd be like, "Oh shit, all right."
All right, we're going right now.
Yeah, let's do it.
I waited a long time. We were dating for 6 years.
So tell me about your proposal then.
So we went out. Well, at a certain point, my wife was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you? Are we gonna get?"
It's nerve wracking, right? Were you nervous?
It's very nerve wracking.
Yeah.
Like I was also very nervous to propose. Like my parents got divorced. It was not great.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, we'll just like stay together forever and have kids, but like, they'll be bastards. I'm not gonna fucking get married. Liz is like, huh? So eventually I'm like, okay, we should get married. Yeah. I'm gonna propose to you. I don't know when, but I'm going to. And she's like, okay. So then like a few months later, I took her out to a restaurant that was like down the street from where we live. We'd never been there before. It wasn't even like a favorite restaurant.
Yeah.
And while we was there, I'd given my friend a key, and he came in, and he like he put candles, and he set up a GoPro, like in the kitchen that was like filming it.
Yeah.
And then he just waited, and then I texted him because we were so close to the apartment. I was like, "We'll be back in 10 minutes." Lit it. Went upstairs, like it's like we were on the second floor of 3 stairs. He just went up to the third floor, and then we came in. And when we went in and I proposed to her, he left. But like that's how it was, like lit candles, hearts, or it was it was like roses in a heart.
Yeah.
And then I pulled her into the center and said, "Will you marry me?" She said yes. And then I was like, and we got it on film. And it was the GoPro was just going right there snapping photos.
That's awesome.
So we got, it was great. It was awesome. It was a really cool. I mean, look, all that stuff at the time, it's just so funny to think like how nervous you are when you're doing it.
Yeah.
And then like, I was nervous leading up to the wedding too. I was like, God, I'm going to be fucking married. Like, I saying how I feel in front of other people. I don't like that part of the showiness of it.
Yeah.
But then like by the time we got to the wedding, it was easily the greatest day of my life. And I have all these moments that are like maybe the opposite of like passing out and coming, but like a different way. This is going to be a nice bookend for the podcast.
I love it.
In a different way, like floating outside of your body and watching yourself doing something.
Yeah.
Like there's multiple times in the wedding where like when we're saying I do, where I feel like I was a third person in the crowd watching myself do it.
Wow.
Doing the first dance with all of our family coming up with us.
Yeah.
I'm watching the wedding from like a version of me that like me, I lived and died and then I came back to watch it. That's the view I feel like I had of a lot of those moments.
Wow.
And you've got, anyway, I'm setting up an impossible standard for you to enjoy your wedding.
Dude,
but that's literally what it feels like is like,
all right, babe, I got to be out of body experience.
I got to have it.
Eric said I got to die and come back.
I got to pass out and come. That's a lot of pressure on me.
It's so funny.
Yeah, just make sure you're in a cool area.
Yeah. We're going to make it she wants to get married in the fall. So not this fall, but like,
Do you think you guys would do it here or you would do it back east?
No, we'll do it here. I mean, all her family's here, so I'll just my family's in Vegas for the most part, and some Jersey people too. So I think we do it
This is awesome.
Yeah,
this
dude.
is such great news.
Yeah,
and you're like you're I think you're ripe for marriage.
It's funny we said that like a couple months ago, or maybe when we first started dating, where it's like. I mean, she tells me all the time I'm like the perfect guy for her and like all this stuff. And I always said like, I've dated a lot of fucking, just shitty girls and stuff like that people weren't ready and all that. Some of them.
I have met
but I feel like I've always been such a great guy and nice guy where like she's the one that told me like you're husband material, which I feel like even at like 24 or like whatever, it's always like I've always been husband material. And the women I dated never wanted like a husband, You know, I guess I mean, some of them do, I guess, but like it was more of like, I've always been that guy. Like I feel like I've been that husband forever in relationships.
I think it's like you get to. I remember my dad said this to me one time where he was like, if somebody's shitting on you, you have to ask yourself, why are you letting them do it?
Yeah.
Like you're like, that's the part of when you're in a bad relationship cycle, you just keep dating people who like aren't right for you or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, I remember like cause I dated a couple people like that, but it was like, I was seeking it out for some reason. And like, it was when I was finally like, I just want someone who's fucking nice and cool and like treats me like. That's when I met Liz. It's like you just like you get to a threshold where you're like, love isn't fighting all the time. Like it's not like, I don't know. I just feel like it's not like The Notebook where you're like ready to tear somebody's fucking head off and then you build a house with them and you grow a big beard and you're sad.
Yeah.
You like make out with them on the dock and they got to leave with their fucking James Marsden.
Rich fucking husband,
a fucking war hero.
Yeah.
It's just like somebody who's like nice and like fits in your life and your personality and you balance each other. It's like that's such an easier way to go than like the fucking hot and cold shit.
Yeah.
And I think like when you're a dude, you're like maybe that hot and cold stuff like it calls to you a little bit because it feels like there's an emotion there.
Yeah.
But it's like the real thing is just like I fucking like hanging out with this person.
It's got to be simple, man.
Simple.
And that's what
It's
like
simple.
me and Crystal been since the start. It just everything was just so in place and simple, like on the same page, the same morals, we want the same future, we want everything. It's like it's everything's simple. We don't fight about stuff, you know, like I mean you bicker back and forth about different things,
even
but
if you do, you like know how to like fucking resolve it.
Patience, and rather than like you know, it's kind of like, and you know that's true love at that, where like you are going to bicker, but like at the same time you're just bickering in the moment. You're not like being like, I'm going to fucking use this next week against her. You want to fucking, you know, like it's like, and we haven't even like fought, you know, that's the thing is like, I've been in relationships where like we fight, like you're like, oh, it's only been 4 months. You haven't fought yet. And it's like, you shouldn't be appealing to the fights, you know, or whatever. It just has to be simple, man. You know?
I'm with you, dude. I think you're gonna be. I think you guys are gonna be really happy. That's awesome news.
Thanks, man.
When will I meet the kid? Is a kid coming to the hang?
Kid can come to the hang.
Kid's invited.
Kid's coming to the hang.
I mean, here's the thing. I don't have married friends that I've hung out with that have brought their kids.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's like a fact that like when I go back home.
I mean, the kid loves video games. We can all play video games and shit together.
I'm gonna try to get NCAA football.
Yeah.
I might.
I just got him into wrestling, dude. We were playing some old. I have the Super Nintendo Classic.
Oh wait,
we were playing like the old like Raw
SmackDown?
and stuff.
Oh my god,
it was like, and he fucking beat me a couple times. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, dude.
You know, I'm like, I'm Bret Hart. What is going on right now?
I fucking lived on the X-Pac and just set people up for that Bronco Buster.
Yeah, dude.
I want to get one of these, but for X-Pac.
Okay.
Oh, I just hit a sound effect. That played on the pod. Yeah, I don't know what that is, but
pew, pew, pew.
That's playing a noise right now. I don't know what it is.
Nice.
Yeah, man, that's great news.
Thanks, bro.
Super excited for you.
I've been waiting to tell you. I was like, I need to get a moment to say.
Yeah, well, now all the people know.
Listen, Podcast Hell was the first podcast that I said I was engaged. We didn't even make a post of it on social media yet.
Now, this doesn't come out for another week, so you got a week.
I got time.
Yeah. What should I title the podcast? Something that lets people know what's coming at minute 50?
You could just put know what's coming, but spell it coming like you came.
I'll probably just reference the blackout comes. That's probably what it's probably going to be called Blackout Comes.
Blackout Comes. Blackout Comes.
Oh, my God. Well, look, man, that's the pod. We're at an hour.
Hell yeah.
Awesome. What a fucking... You are a nice guy. You brought me that Blink album.
Yeah. Well, you're my boy.
I know, man. This is great.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
All right, bro.
I'll see you at the wedding.
Yeah, I don't see you for another year after this. We haven't
I'm fucking engaged now, bro. I got a kid. True.
We have not hung out. We haven't hung out for like 3 months.
Well, it's been.
No, when was your show at Flappers?
It was January.
What's it now? March? It's been like 2 months.
Yeah, but that's like, I mean, not to say like that's LA, but like everybody's so busy with stuff, man.
Everybody's busy, man.
But the beautiful thing about friendship, like ours, is even if it's been 2 months, we just fucking roll right back into it.
So much work to get back into it. Oh, you said the opposite.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Sorry, I blacked out and came.
I got to tell you. Have you ever heard of 75 Hard?
No.
It's like a workout thing where you have to drink a gallon of water and work out twice a day for 45 minutes and follow a strict diet regimen and take pictures of yourself every day.
Okay.
I think I'm going to do it.
I thought you were doing like you have a new sponsor for the podcast.
That'd be so
75 Hard. Before we leave, I want you to tell you about 75 Hard.
I'm going to try to see if I can get my friends to do it so I don't have to be alone. You probably won't want to do it. You say you don't work out.
I need to. I mean, look, I gained a lot of weight.
Yeah.
And I gained 75 pounds hard. No, it wasn't 75 pounds. It was pretty fucking easy to do. That's 75.
75 easy.
You know what? I've had so many friends want to like do workout stuff, and like I love the motivation of it.
Yeah.
But I just like, I think my own thing is like, I need to motivate myself. Like I just like doing like ab crusher and maybe some push-ups. Cause like your 45-minute workouts, I mean.
Well, 45. So this is what it is. By the way, I felt like I needed to have a big announcement to match your engagement.
Fuck yeah!
Mine is that I'm going to try 75 Hard in 4 months.
Do it up, yeah.
But I think what it is like you have to like work out. You have to like work out. Like you could go on a walk outside for 45 minutes.
Okay, all right.
But the key is you have to do it outside. So if it's raining, there's like a thunderstorm, there's a hurricane, doesn't matter.
Wow.
You got to do 45 minutes outside. Then you have to wait at least 3 hours and have a second 45-minute workout in a gym or something. But that can be like swimming.
I mean, God bless you. I'm with you. You'll
be there in spirit.
I'll be there in spirit.
I'm gonna ask every single person.
I do want to start walking though. If you want to go on walks and maybe shoot the shit and fucking just
walking is very good.
That's what I need to do because I was doing that for a while. Pandemic fucking hit, which was 4 fucking years ago now. So it's okay, stop talking about it. But I gained all that weight during a pandemic. We came back 2021. I seen pictures of me on stage and I was like, what the fuck is that? So I started fucking doing a mile every day. I was walking, running some of it, whatever, blah, blah. Got a lot of fucking weight down. And then And
then someone you fell in love.
Well, with her, we met 2023. And so like
pretty fat.
I was already pretty fat. No, I was like fine. I was fine. I was in shape. I was in shape.
Imagine how much more she'll love you.
You know what though? I don't want to justify. She would have said yes sooner, bro. I don't want to justify why I got fucking fat, but I was sick a lot last year too. I kept getting fucking asthma stuff or whatever else.
Yeah.
And what I realized was my doctor didn't fucking tell me. He kept giving me steroids for my lungs. Steroids, if you don't work out, make you gain so much fucking weight. So if I was sick 3 times last year with like a crazy, like not COVID, but cough for like a month, I was like gaining 7 pounds from that, 7 pounds from that. So it was just like, and if you're not active, you're fucked.
Yeah. I always thought that coughing was good for your abs. Like if you're like, and you like fucking flex it a little bit, it's a little bit like a crunch. I don't know.
Have you been working out since though? Because I haven't seen you in 2 months, but you do look like in good shape.
I've lost 4 pounds.
Okay.
Since February.
But you look more toned.
Well, I had a personal trainer.
Okay.
He got me too, though.
Oh shit. Okay.
Not from
you.
No, not from me. I was doing the crunches and I thought he was spotting me. I'm not making fun. God, please tell your stories, ladies. No.
Crush on Rumble.
Rumble, man. They're like, hell yeah. Doesn't think Me Too was valid. It was valid. No, not from me. He did a...
Fuck, dude.
No, he got I think he got Me Too'd out of LA Fitness.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, because he was like there, and then one day he was gone.
It's always that personal trainers that get too personal.
Yeah. I could tell it was going to be trouble because I was like... hey man, what went wrong? He went, some female. I was like, uh-oh.
Oh, yeah, you don't.
I was like, uh-oh, bro. It sounds like you didn't learn the lesson, bro. Some female thought I was getting too personal in my training. My guy was like, he was Italian, and like he's not from this country, and I feel like they're very aggressive.
Oh, shit.
Over in Italy, that's like a thing I've read.
Yeah.
And like, I think it probably doesn't fly in LA in 2024. So I don't know if he like, I don't know anything.
Yeah.
But he wasn't like kicked out of it. They just like moved him to a different location.
Yeah.
So I don't think it was like violent or anything. I think he was just like, probably hitting on chicks or maybe like asking them out too many times.
North Hollywood, probably not, but LA Fitness in Bakersfield, he's probably killing it there.
Yeah. Bakersfield, they'd be like, I don't see what's wrong with this. But here they're like, you're a predator.
He just moved him to a different LA Fitness.
They Catholic priested him into a different diocese. Yeah.
Anyway, he's at 24-hour fitness.
By the way, the whole thing about Catholic priests like moving a priest to a different place is totally valid if they're not raping young boys. Like that's the only part that's wrong. The idea of like, hey, this guy's not getting along.
Like and subscribe. We're gonna
hear me out. If they were just like, I don't get along with my parishioners very well, and they just move them, that's totally valid. It's just the boy rape was really the problem.
Yeah, and those words alone is going to be the YouTube problem.
Oh my God, this is going to get no views. But
Crystal will watch it.
Crystal will watch it.
Yeah,
I'm not going to tell Liz to. Well, I probably will tell Liz to watch it for your thing.
Halfway through, yeah.
Yeah, I'll be like, start right at 50 minutes.
Start at 35.
And as soon as I say something about Catholic priests, you turn it off. There's like a 15-minute window there where I'm not being a douchebag that you're going to love. Mike, thanks for coming on the podcast. This is great, man.
Thanks for having me, man.